Welcome, Andrew Clifford, CEO of Platinum Asset Management, to this INBrief for the Inside Network.
Thank you.
We were delighted to host you over in Queenstown for the Investment Leaders Forum. I thought it was a special event and wonderful atmosphere across all the delegates. Interested what you were able to take on board and learn in that collegiate environment, particularly from the leaders of the advice community we had present.
Yeah, I think we're in an interesting time for investors. I mean, the world has changed significantly, both in terms of inflation and interest rates, but also in terms of sort of political risks we now face as investors. And I think, to me, what I took away from it is like, this is the big challenge we're all facing as investors, no matter, what type of work we're doing. And I think it's not clear yet that we've found the answers of how quite to adjust in this new era.
You're known for the innovative thinking across the team. Have your investment beliefs altered at all in this new environment? You've touched on all these different triggers that are slightly different.
I think it's just reinforced our belief that it's really important to stay away from the crowd in these times. That there's such commonality in many portfolios, around these big stocks that have performed. And I think, valuations really haven't adjusted to this new world of high rates.
Mm.
We're competing with term deposits. And I think that, investors are going to be looking much more to the underlying earnings of companies rather than the blue sky promise.
You touched on the fact that there are still some unknowns and there are some market trends that we're yet to see play out. How do you facilitate robust debate, but also make it practical so that you're moving decisions along?
Look, I think this is a really critical part of investing, that you have that. So, first of all, we've got all of our team in one location, which I think is critical. The moment you spread people out across the country or the world, I think that gets a lot harder. And then the other thing, we just have many mechanisms from the way our team is broken up into smaller teams to debate ideas, our processes around, stock meetings, but also our co-portfolio manager structure, which sees very experienced decision makers making separate and independent decisions, but then when they're different, and it just highlights the need for more debate, like why are we making different decisions? So, I think it's really important to have that as a really inbuilt part of your investment process.
You touched on the fact that everyone's in the same boat and there's a lot of questions to resolve, avoiding the crowd. But what would you like as the final key takeaway to be? Because people hear so many rich ideas about the strategies and the people behind moving the markets. What would you like our delegates to be thinking about now?
I think there are lots of opportunities in equity markets once you step away from the places that everyone's been focusing on. So whether there's a corporate reform, we're seeing in Japan, incredible valuations that are there if shareholders are able to reach the riches that are in those companies, or the extreme valuations and opportunities we're seeing in a market like China, or just being a little bit lateral when we're thinking about the energy transition. Maybe there aren't a lot of listed opportunities to buy the classic infrastructure plays, but there are plenty of companies out there that are going to be very much front and center and needed in that transition. So I think we just need to look away, lift our head up and look away from, where everyone's been focused on defensives and sort of the growth tech type names.
Thank you so much for joining us. And we look forward to hosting you again.
Yeah, no, that was lovely to be there, and thanks for the opportunity.